Good morning, students. Now we are here with the chapter number 3, pair of linear equation in two variables. So, at first we must have to understand what are variables. So, as we know, all the numbers like 2, 3, 4, all they contain a certain value. That means if I am saying 2, that means only 2. If I am saying 3, that means only 3. If I am saying 4, that means only 4. They are called what? They are called constant term. While some other terms are there such as x, y, z, m and p, q, r, s means those terms which can have any value as according to the situation. So all these things are called what? They are called variable term. So now here, since we have studied in the previous chapter about the linear equation, a standard linear equation can be of this form, okay, but here the linear equation is with two variables, so we'll write it as ax plus by. Here x and y are two variables plus a constant term c. So this is what? This is a standard linear equation in two variables x and y. So whenever we are having problems like in which we can change the situation, or we can convert them into a equation form like this, so we have to solve them. In that case we need two pair of linear equations, okay, to solve two variables. If we are having two variables, then we will be using how many equations? Two equations, that is a pair of equation we will be using. Like one equation is this and one equation is this. So these two equations we have to solve to find out the value of x and y. Okay, so various methods are there in this chapter for solving this, like graphical method, substitution, elimination, cross multiplication. Okay, so one by one we will be seeing all these methods, okay, as according to the requirement of the exercise. Now exercise 3.1. So the first question says, Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also, 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. So represent this situation algebraically and graphically. So we have to locate this situation, or we have to represent this situation algebraically at first. After that we'll be representing that graphically as well. Okay, so Aftab tells her daughter, so we'll be assuming let the present age of Aftab equals to x years and the present age of her daughter as y years. So see, in this situation we can uh, represent the question in the form of two variables, in the form of linear equation in two variables. So first one situation says, so we will be representing it mathematically. How? Let's see over here. The age of Aftab is x and the age of her daughter is y. Now what he says in the first situation? In first situation he says 7 years ago. So we will be sending them 7 years back. For that we have to subtract 7 years from their present age. Okay, so it is clear. 7 years ago I was, that means Aftab was 7 times of her daughter. It is the age of Aftab, it is the age of her daughter. Okay, so this is 7 times this, means if we want to equate both the ages, we have to increase the age of daughter how many times? 7 times. Then only we can put a equal to sign, or we can equate them. So now x minus 7 equals to 7 minus 49. Now take these two into the left hand side, so it will become x minus 7 minus 7y plus 49 equals to 0. So x minus 7y minus 7 plus 49, that means plus 42 equals to 0. So this is the first one equation, equation number 1. In second situation, what he says, 3 years from now. 3 years from now, that means he is talking about future. So we'll be sending them, the Aftab and her daughter, to the 3 years ahead. So x plus 3 and y plus 3 in 3 years in the age of Aftab plus 3 years in the age of her daughter. So what he says next, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be, means Aftab is 3 times the age of her daughter. That means we have to increase the age of her daughter 3 times. Okay, then only we can put a equals to sign between Aftab's age and her daughter's age. Now what it will become, x plus 3 equals to 3y plus 9. Take these two to the left hand side, so x plus 3 minus 3y minus 9 equals to 0. So what it will become, x minus 3y minus 6 equals to 0. This is equation number second. Now here the first equation is x minus 7y plus 42 equals to 0. So what we will do, we will take this 7y to the right hand side and it will become of positive, and we will take this 42 to the right hand side and it will become of negative. So what we will get, x is equals to 7y minus 42. So we have represented it here. From equation 1, x equals to 7y minus 42. So now what we have to do, we have to find out the points. We have to find out the points for this equation, x and y, like this. Okay, so for representing it algebraically, we have to find out at least 3 points. So we can find out the first one point here. Let us take x as 0. So equation we are having, x is equals to 7y minus 42. So take x as 0. So as we putting x as 0, we will be getting 0 is equals to 7y minus 42. Okay, so what it will become, 42 will go in the left hand side. Okay, and it will be becoming 42 equals to 7y, or you can say y is equals to 42 upon 7, because it will go in division. Okay, so y is equals to 6. So first one point is 0 comma 6. Okay, now the second one point, take the value of y as 7. So as we will be taking the value of y as 7, we have taken the value of y as 7. Now this equation will become x is equals to 7 into 7 minus 42. So 7 7s are 49 minus 42, and it will give you a 7. The value of x as 7. So the value of x is also 7 and the value of y is also 7. Now take the value of y as 8. So 7 8 is 56. 56 minus 42, and it will give you the value of x as 40. So for value of y as 8, we have got the value of x as 14. So these are 3 points. We can designate them some points like a as 0 comma 6, b is 7 comma 7, and c is 14 comma 8. Here abscissa is 0, means the x coordinate is 0 and the ordinate, the y coordinate is 6. Similarly x comma y, x comma y, x comma y. Okay, now from equation second. So what was the equation second? Second equation was x minus 3y minus 6 is equals to 0. So what we will be doing, we will be taking this 3y of negative and of minus 6, we will be taking it to the right hand side. So x is equals to, what it will become, x is equals to 3y plus 6. Okay, so what will be the points? The three of the points will be, the first one, if we will be taking y as minus 1, we had taken y as minus 1, so x is equals to 3 into minus 1 plus 6, so minus 3 plus 6, that is 3, so value of x you have got as 3. Now take x as 0, so x, instead of x we will be putting a 0 and 3y plus 6, so what it will become, 3y is equals to minus 6, so y is equals to minus 2. Okay, because 3 will go in division and 3 to the 6, so we have got 0 comma minus 2. Okay, the third one point, take y as minus 3, so x is equals to 3 into minus 3 plus 6, so 3 3 is a 9 of minus plus 6, so the value of x will become minus 3. So simple it is. So again minus 3 comma minus 3. So again 3 points, p x comma y 3 comma minus 1, q 0 comma minus 2, and r minus 3 comma minus 3. So again we have got all the 3 points. Now for representation of the points on the graph, we must have to draw a graph at first. So in the x-axis we are getting a maximum value 14. Okay, in all the cases we are getting a maximum value 14. So what we had done in the graph, we had taken the positive value of x as maximum positive value of x as 14 or more than 14, you can say, in the x dash axis, and the negative value is maximally minus 3, so we have got a minus 3 on the graph as well. Now for the y-axis we have got a positive value as 8, maximum value of positive y as 8, so we have got a 8, and maximum negative value of y is minus 3, so we have got a minus 3. Now we have to put the points on the graph. Okay, so the first one, a1 point is 0 comma 6, so 0 comma 6 means in the x-axis we have to run how much, 0, and in the y-axis we will be going how many, 6, so 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, so here is the point 0 comma 0 comma 6. Okay, second point is 7 comma 7, in the x-axis 7, in the y-axis 7. So what we do always, we move to the x-axis at first, after that we will be moving in the y-axis. So in the x-axis 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, in the y-axis as well 7, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So here is the point, second one point, so b is 7 comma 7. Now the C point is 14 comma 8, 14 in the x-axis 14, so in the x-axis 14 is here, and in the y-axis 8 is here, so here will be the point 14 comma 8, so point C is 14 comma 8. Now this is the line, so we will be joining all the 3 points, 1 A, B and C point, okay, by the line, and the name of the line is x minus 7y plus 42. Okay, now we have to locate the points P, Q, R on the graph. The point P is 3 comma minus 1, means in the x-axis we have to move how many, 3, and in the y-axis minus 1. So in the x-axis 3, 1 2 3, and in the y-axis minus 1, so here it will be the point 3 comma minus 1 point P, 3 comma minus 1. Now in the in the Q point is 0 comma minus 2, in the x-axis 0, in the y-axis minus 2, so minus 2 is here, so this is the point Q, 0 comma minus 2. The point R is minus 3 comma minus 3, so point R is minus 3 comma, in the x-axis minus 3, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, in the y-axis as well minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, so here it is the point R minus 3 comma minus 3. Okay, so this is the second one line, Second one line, x minus 3y minus 6. We have got this one from equation second, and this one we have got from the equation 1. So it is the graphical representation of the first one question.